Okay, we're going to be talking right now on how to install recessed track with hood and housing. So on this particular unit, you are going to have, and I'm going to turn the camera around so we can go over a couple of things I want you to be aware of. Okay, so this is going to be your post with a header beam across. The hood and housing is going to be mounted to the bottom of the beam between the two surfaces. So with this particular, this column needs to be square within, plumb within 1/8 of an inch, meaning it cannot be too far out or this, otherwise the shade going up and down will not operate correctly. So we are going to be using the recess track. It does have some screws. You need to take those screws out of it. Now this particular unit, whenever you get this, you will see that the top has a slight bevel cut down into it to where the zipper or keter goes down inside of it. The bottom, as you can see, is flat, so that should tell you what the top is. That is what you need to figure out first for the opening. So this, you take the two screws out of the face, which is what I've already done here. Leave the insert that's inside of there. Now, if this insert is full length, which I don't think it is, I think it's in small pieces. If it's full length, you need to take this insert out. But this particular, you can screw top and bottom of it, and this needs to be mounted as far to the outside edge of the post as possible to give you the most mounting surface up above for the hood and housing. Now, on this particular unit, we're going to be using a 5-inch hood and housing. So what that means is you are going to have a hood and housing that is 5 inches. I'm going to try and do this with one hand just to show you. This is going to line up also with the outside edge as best as possible. It needs to float that way, and the track needs to mount up against the bottom of that. Now, if you want to give yourself a little bit of a gap, about 1/8 of an inch is the max that I would give. So hopefully this helps explain a little bit more, but this is going to be mounted to the bottom of the beam as far to the outside as possible. You cannot mount this in the center because it's not going to give you enough space up here to mount securely the hood and housing. You want to get as much mounting surface to mount this hood and housing because that's going to be your strength for the whole unit. But your track, I'm going to set this down real quick. Let me see if I can figure out how to do this real quick for you. Let's see, I'm going to try. Just to show you, with the hood and housing up here held into place, so the hood and housing mounted up here, and this is going to be matched up with what the back side of the hood and housing and the beam is going to be. So if this is going to match up exactly, so I would like it to be as far to the outside edge as possible. And then whatever you're going to build up around the track at the base, because this particular one is going to have rock, if I'm not mistaken, this needs to be, if you want to drop it down slightly, no more than 1/8 of an inch. Because that'll give us enough room to still be able to put the fabric and everything in here and get it to operating correctly. Hopefully this helps. Let me know if you have any questions. Thank you and have a great day.